Hi guys, welcome again. Thank you so much for all of your love and support in my YouTube channel. So far, you have supported me well enough that I cannot express my gratitude in words. So yeah, please let me know in the suggestion if you have anything uh, that I can create topics on. Recently, I encountered a topic that I didn't got enough chance during my professional life to work on, but I decided to take a look at it. So it is uh, installing the web server and installing the SSL certificate in a web server. So to install the web server, we are going to use Apache, and then in another video, I'm not gonna use my video as a clickbait, but in another video I'm going to show you how we can install SSL certificate in your web server. So this video is basically focused on how you can set up a web server. But before jumping into the how to configure a web server, basically all of my videos are for the beginners of all the system admins who are starting their journey in this path, who are wondering how things are working, what happens, how it works. So at it was there was a time when system admins used to create a VPS or used to use a tower PC to create a web server. They simply installed Linux based operating systems. It can be Red Hat, it can be CentOS, it can be Ubuntu, it can be Debian. Then on top of that operating system, they simply install web server related packages like Apache and different others. Then they installed the database, they installed different other packages related to build the website. So basically these are the preparations you need to ensure to develop a website. This is the environment that creates the whole setup. After that, it is delivered to the web developer. Then they develop a website on top of this infrastructure. So these things are done by this way. A web a server is installed, or a server was installed, operating system installed, then on top of that web server package is installed, then database, PHP, MySQL, and everything is installed manually. But times has changed, technology has evolved. So what we are doing now, what we do not bother with manually installing anything. What most of the cases, what we do, we buy a hosting from a hosting provider who provides us access for a cPanel or hPanel, where we build up our website. But actually when they're installing the cPanel, with the cPanel everything is installed. So when I am installing cPanel, everything is installed with it. So I do not need to install anything manually. So that is kind of a very convenient way to install. Like as I am telling you that if you are installing Carbonio CE, You do not need to install the web interface. You do not need to install the MTA or um, you do not need to install any other things. You just follow their process and everything will be installed. But in the earlier days, everything's were installed manually. So okay, we are not distracting from our main topic. So let me show you. I have published a DNS record dot sample server dot xyz. This is my, this will be the URL of my web server. So I'll give you just the basic example of a web server. So nothing more, nothing less. So okay, let's log in into our webs hosting panel. Definitely it is not a hosting panel, it is the VPS. So this is my VPS. Okay, as what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Okay, yeah, the very first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to change the basic parameters, that setting the host name. Okay, let me set the host name. Host name will be set as dot sample server dot xyz. Okay, let me copy it. By the way, let me show you one more thing. If I write https, there's nothing, because this is a fresh server, nothing is installed, so it will not work. Let it keep in the background. Okay, let's copy this one, save. Okay, then I will modify the host file. My host IP address is, let me copy it from here at first. Okay, let me copy it from here. www.sampleserver.xyz. Okay, oh, there is an entry here, so be careful about your configuration file. It is better to keep a backup before modifying any configuration file. So yeah, definitely practice that, taking a backup of your configuration file. Okay, now let's update and upgrade all packages. Update, upgrade. I'll try to make the video very short and precise, so you don't need to stroll around. This is a very basic thing. I will install the package for my web server, that I am going to use the Apache here. Then I will install a database, and that's it basically. But if you need any more customization or anything more, then you may need to install many more other packages. Like you may need to install PHP, Python, per depending on your requirement. But okay, so now as I have upgraded all the packages, now reboot the server. Reboot now. Okay, server, let's wait. Yeah, our server is live again. Let's log into our server. I hope as I am not using the full screen, it is not a problem for you to see anything clearly. So yeah, please let me know if you find it inconvenient to see this way, or you prefer to see the command line interface as a full screen in full screen mode. So just let me know. So yeah, let's install the Apache server. Install Apache. So it says following packages were automatically installed and no longer required. So it says to auto remove these packages, but mainly it is going to install these packages: Apache to bin, data, utils, these other files, and suggested packages are this, new packages are this. Okay, this will be installed. Okay, so I'm installing the Apache packages. By the way, I would recommend you to go to the official website of Ubuntu as well as the Apache to see more documentation and more details information. So yeah, my Apache package is installed. So that's it. I have installed the Apache. Now, if the installation is correct, then you should see the default HTML page. So let's see if we can see that. System ctl status Apache 2. It says running, but let's stop and start this. Stop, start. Okay, let's check the status one more. Yeah, it is running, but let me check https. Okay, no need for https. Just do this. Okay, let me open another new private window. W dot sample server dot xyz. Yeah, as you can see, we can see the default page. So getting this default page means your Apache package is installed properly. So now you need to proceed to the further modification of all the configuration files so that you can have a full-fledged web server. So now what we're going to do is proceed to the next configurations. That for this tutorial I'm going to use the default configuration, but I plan to create another video besides these two, this one and the next one, which is about the installing SSL certificate. The third one will be about how we can not use the default configuration files, rather have a separate files where we can install and we can create our websites. So like different basically the root directory for the root document directory for the website is var www.html, but we are not going to use HTML directory. Rather than we are going to use var www, let's say web page 1, web page 2, creating different websites. So you can, if you have a Linux server, you can create and host as many as server you want, as long as you have the storage, you have the server capacity to accommodate all the needs, loads in incoming outgoing traffics. So yeah, okay. Let's move on to our configuration. Now what I'm going to do is modify the configuration. To modify the configuration, I will go to the cd. Okay, let me show you. Cd var www ls html. This is the, basically this is the default document root. We will get into that. So this is the default location you where you put all your configuration files and all your resources, as it is the default folder. But what if you want to use another folder? Then you have to create that folder here. Then you have to link that folder to the configuration file, so that whenever Apache runs, database server runs, it can connect to that configuration folder. Okay, so okay, that's it. And what I'm going to do is now is, okay, just so now we're going to the configuration file, etc apache 2. You can find your main informations like the modules enabled, the modules available, sites available, sites enabled. So currently we have only the default sites. If we want to create additional site, then we need to add configuration here, but that's for another topic. Let's not divert into those direction, but rather focus on the default one. So let's go to sites available. But before that, just let me, yeah, so now let's modify the configuration. In the sites enable, there are two files. One is configuration related and another one is the SSL related. So the SSL related configuration is not necessary here, but yeah, let's see. As it is, we are currently working on the default configuration, so we don't need the SSL, need to modify the SSL default SSL configuration. What we can do is just only modify the 00.default configuration file. This is default configuration file. Here the server name, www.sampleserver.xyz, and document root is the default one, so I'm not going to modify it, but I will add another line, that is redirect. I am telling it to redirect the HTTP traffic to HTTPS. www.sampleserver.xyz. Okay, so yeah, that's it. You don't need to do anything else. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to I'm going to download a predefined uh, HTML page. Like you can see the default HTML page is like this one. I want to download HTML page, a sample HTML page, like a website from online. Let's say sample index.html page. There are sample pages, so sample template. Let's just download from anyone. You can download from here, but maybe there are some color configuration. Nightlight, yes, scheduled nightlight. Okay, as nightlight was scheduled, so I was having trouble. Okay, free templates you can download right now. Let's see if we can download anything from here. Cool layout, single page. Okay, we can. Let's say if we can download from here. Download. I don't see any download. Okay, it is being downloaded, so let's just wait. Okay, the download is completed, so the download is here. Let me just extract it. Now let me close this one. Now I'm going to upload those files into the server. Go to the temp directory. I'm going to upload it here. Upload from lab desktop. These are the files that I wanted to open. Okay, as you can see, let me check if all the files are uploaded or not. Stop. No, folders are not uploaded, so let me upload the folders. Yeah, so let's just wait so that it could upload all the contents. So by the way, why I am uploading this, I wanted to show you something close to a real website page. So as it is the default website page, I am downloading some sample template, and when I will www.html, when I will put those contents here replacing this index.html, move index.html, index.html.bk. So right now I do not have any index.html. So now I should not get this page, but for that I need to restart the service. Okay, it says html.bkp. So okay, let me copy our assets. Oh, sorry, not here. Here, assets, then images, then index, no, temp, index, index, temp, license, temp, readme. I'm copying all of these files here. So you can see I have copied all these files here. This is my original or default Apache web page. So if I restart the service or if I refresh the web page, I should get the new web page that I have downloaded from website. Let me refresh it. Let's check if it can pull the data from that. Yes, you can see the template I have downloaded from website is this one. So this is my server. So I hope you understood how it works. So this is how we can install Apache web server in our Linux based operating system. And yeah, if you see, this is pretty much simple and straightforward. By the way, as I said that you may need other files, you may, it's not may, you will need many other packages like database and PHP and other packages to have a full-fledged web server. But this is just a demo to that how easy it is to install a web server. But I would definitely recommend you to go and try to understand the basics, all these configuration files, their importance in this full configuration, so that you can understand where to change and what to change to get your desired output. So I think this is it, and thank you so much. I'm going to create another video soon about how to install SSL certificate in your web server. So yeah, see you soon guys. Thank you, take care, and stay blessed. Thank you guys, thank you so much.